What's up, and try to back the same, like, cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. More this good content we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. That's right, it's your boy. We're Trapper tapping in. We back in this thing. We back in this thing. Man, we back in this thing, like cracking this thing, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. More this good content we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. Yes, that's 10 and Trap News Network. Good news you can use, good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Get into that if you ain't got into that. We finna slide into this good content, man. I've been giving y'all something a little bit new. Introducing y'all to Nick Irving, aka the Reaper. This ninja said that he got over 60 bodies. Yes. So, y'all talking all this flammery, skullduggery, 100 fades, 60,000 fades. I got Blick on me. I got more skulls than you got squabbles. Meet me in the set. This nigga got 60 plus bodies on him and counting. So, Nick Irving is talking about the worst mission ever, man. We want to give a big shout out to Phoenix Ruins. That's where we getting this video from. Phoenix Ruins. That's where we getting this video from. Interview with Nick Irving. Nick Irving is one of the, I think he's like the first high-ranking black. He's like the first black sniper something. Don't let me say it wrong because I don't want this nigga climbing through the bushes looking at me. But we finna jump into this content without no further do's or don'ts. Man at the Garden freestyle. Please don't touch my It Got a Body on it. Fairy tales and all that sound now. But I want to get into this, man. Let's get into it. Let's go.
All right. And we're going to kill them.
Trying to switch the content up a little bit. They'll copy me, but don't worry about it. My girl just told me that I was the realest in this content space, so even if they copy me, it don't matter because I'm the realest, so thank you, baby. I appreciate that.
With us, right?
You think I'm lying? I screenshotted the little message and put it in my story on Instagram because it was really sweet and it made me smile.
So he pulls out his grenade. Man, 1 second, bro. Yeah. That's where I fist bump Mike Pemberton. Yeah, we said our goodbye.
You can see that he has seen Unalive Me. He has seen Unalive Me.
Eyes. You know? 1 second.
It's okay, man.
Like I said, this is the worst one, so I'm good after this one, and I haven't talked about it in a while, so I think that is different. But yeah, say our goodbyes. I fist pound Mike Pemberton, and I'm like, dude, tell my wife I was not a bitch. Waited to.
Hey, this ninja said, tell my wife. Bro knew he was finna go in there and get it cracking. Like, when I say he knew he was finna... My bad. He said that he knew he was finna get it crack. That nigga said, tell my wife I was not a... Goodness, bro, y'all talk all this flus flammery on YouTube. That's the nigga who's ready to... Not, it's one thing to be ready to go catch a body. He was ready to go be a body. That's where it hit different. Tell my wife I was not a... means that you was prepared to not come back. And then still went in there. Yeah. Salute Nick Irving.
These guys that, overrun us. And look over my shoulder, and here's my dumb brain again, my kid brain. I thought it was the Roadrunner. Like when someone's running real fast and you can see the dust kicking up from the back of their feet. It was a machine gun team. Cop, Eric Ennis, those guys. They heard the call. And dude. Yeah. They heard the call of, we were pinned down pretty good. And they came in and extracted us. And as we pick up to move out, I see some guy pop out from the backside of this little house. And I put my rifle over Pemberton's shoulder. We're both facing that direction. I used his shoulder as a brace because we're standing. And I, shot this guy as he poked out from behind the house, and like a walking firefight. And I made the dumbest call of my life, man, of skirting the tree line. Yeah. Should have went in it and skirted the tree line, probably tired. Wanted to get to the element as quickly as we could because they were also in a huge firefight, throwing grenades and back and forth, borderline hand-to-hand combat in this little, ravine. It was intense, bro. Making it back to them, skirted the tree line. I shit you not, I saw the ground open up. Like a guy come out the ground, he lifted up the grass, and he came out of the ground, and it's a team of guys, and they started engaging us from, dude, me to that wall. It's danger close.
Shit.
And we get ambushed, and I remember diving head first. I didn't care how deep this ditch was or what was in it. Dove in, hit water, like chest deep water. We all jump into it, and I look over and I can see Cop, the guy who had just rescued us. He's got his leg up on the embankment. Yeah. Laying down a cover fire. I'm going back up to engage, and I hear this weird slap, and I heard Cop scream. And I look, and I see like a water hose, dumb brain again, pumping red water, like squirting into the field. Like, what is that? Then I see him fall, and he's screaming, bro, screaming, cussing and screaming. And his femoral artery was hit, snapped up into his body, and he took 2 rounds to it. And I remember the ravine, the water we were in, like turning different color, dark brown, and it tasted like pennies. And
Bro has gone through some things, bro. Like, man.
Look at a commander, the lead, who's with us, and by this point he's next to me, so I grab him, I pull him in close to I could talk to him in his ear, screaming, "We have to go now. We're screwed in this little ravine," and screwed. And as I'm talking to him, I feel a splash of warm water slap my face, and then he just got weightless. And I thought, I don't know what I thought. I just thought he just sat down really fast. And he goes down, I wipe the water off my face, and it wasn't water, it was his blood, and I see this.
Yo, this nigga went through some shit. Like, you got the taste of your homie's blood in your mouth, talking about it tastes like pennies. You wiping water off your face, but it ain't water. It's more of your homie's blood. Bro done went down. You trying not to go down. You just wanted your other homie to let your wife know that you wasn't no bitch. This is a lot in 11 minutes. Like, goodness gracious. Like, niggas talk all that tough shit. I think this might be the toughest nigga in our YouTube universe. All that on the set shit sound good. All that come to the hood, step outside, yeah, all that sound good. Until you tasting your homie's blood in your mouth and wiping off water in your face, but it ain't water. We all gangsta until our mouth tastes like pennies.
Right above his body armor is gaping hamburger meat hanging out of his chest. I go back up against the embankment. Pemberton comes over. He just puts his hand inside the wound. And I remember him, like, screaming. Yeah. And I went black, bro. It's the only time in combat where I, like, blacked out for a second. I'm staring in his eyes and watching his chest open up and Pemberton's hand in it and him screaming, and
He has seen trauma. Like, real trauma. Like, niggas be playing. This nigga right here needs to go see. I pray to God that he goes to see the lady for sure, because this nigga seen some things.
Stopped screaming at this point, and our medic is working on him. Badass medic, Melvin. His kit bag is floating in the water, and he's doing, like, surgery, bro. You know?
Shit.
Put on 2 tourniquets. Bleeding wouldn't stop. He's packing it, trying to, get it to stop. Watkins got hit in his foot, or his ankle. So we're down 3. And one of the recce guys came over and slapped me on my helmet. He slapped me on my helmet, and he's like, "Dude, get back in it, I'm like, "Oh, shit, yeah." And he's like, "Come over here." The sniper, he's not engaging him. And he's like, "Come over here to me behind this weird little fallen tree." Everywhere I went down this ravine, pow, crack, crack. And the plead, the cries, and, everybody's jacked up. And cops going in and out of consciousness, and we finally made the decision to, let's just move. We can't get pinned down here. So he passed his body up on the stretcher. And I remember him passing by and just white. And like when we would take cover, we'd shout like, yeah, dude, hold your breath, you know? We'd have to go underwater to get him to safety. And yeah, he, you know, was out of it, lost a lot of blood. We called for reinforcements, the Marines to come in, and they couldn't do it. They had to have more people, like I said, a brigade, and we were told that the best they could do was park their vehicles like a mile away, and we had to run to them. That was like not really an option at the moment. We were going to.
This nigga's getting popped at by a sniper. The homie down. You still got blood on your face. And you trying to figure out how to get up out of there. Goodness gracious.
Stay and fight. So we had the guys who, from my platoon, put speedballs together, ready to go, ammo and stuff like that. They were going to fly the helicopters in low, drop off the speedballs, and we were going to get it out and fight all night. Watch the medevac come in and provided cover for them. It's an old school like medevac with the big cross on the side. And watching the guys carry out the wounded and covering them, and stayed to fight. Had 210 bullets and had 6 when it was over. That was the initial call, was to remain overnight. Luckily, that wasn't the case. And as we were running low on ammo, I'll never forget the call. My first sergeant was like, if you got a bayonet, if you got a knife, get ready. We're going hand to hand if, you know, these guys are going to overrun this compound. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to smoke a guy, get his AK, and fight with that.
He's so lit. He's so lit. He says, man, look, all I got is this knife. But I ain't tripping. I'm going to catch a body with this knife, and I'm going to get your AK, and then I'm going to go to work on the rest of y'all homies with your AK after I get you out of here with the knife. Barnacles.
And if we go hand to hand, hey, Hodge is pretty small. We're good. So luckily that did not happen. We did make the decision to run out. Everybody was like timid, not timid. It was a rough day. Like hour 8, 9 at this point. We have to run out.
Can you imagine 8 or 9 hours of this? Hours of this.
The wide open field, a mile to get to the Marines. They finally made it. And I volunteered. It was like, you know, I wanted to kill myself so much that day. After, like I saw the third guy was hit, debated standing up, just getting my head taken off, you know? Just tired of it. Yeah. So I was like, you know, I'll volunteer, and I'm not like crying too much, am I?
You're all good, man.
Hell no, bro. You all good, bro. Let that shit out. You went through some things, my nigga. Like, I know you can't hear me and I'm talking to a screen, but nigga, are you crying too much? Hell no. You went through some shit. Everybody in the comments, let him know he all right. You can let that out, bro. You went through some shit. Like, you ain't even gotta hold that in, my nigga.
I've never heard anything like this.
I've never heard anything like this.
Fucking bro. But so yeah, I volunteered to lead us out. I had like 6 bullets left. And I told Pemberton, I was like, you take up the rear for the assault team, make sure we're good, and I'll get the front. We're just gonna book it. I don't have time to shoot, you know? So we just start running when he opened up the big blue doors, the gates. I have a picture of it, before we ran out. I just booked it, man. Doing the quick AAR when we got back, and I'm sitting next to a prisoner before we fly him out to where we have to fly him out to. And I'm sitting next to a prisoner, and I'm leaning up against my rucksack, and dude, I'm dozing off, and I do doze off, and I heard a clear as day, man, bullet snap past my head. So I wake up, I'm looking around, and I'm wondering, you know, why is no one else freaking out? You know, everyone's just pretty calm and chill, waiting for the helicopters to come in. I'm like, damn, that was not even a gunshot. I'm still hearing bullet snap, you know? And I knew I was like hurt after that. And then a few days later, yeah, a cop died. The first hospital he went to, power went out. So they had to take him to another hospital. Yeah. So that's the guy who saved my life.
I've never heard anything like that before.
My bad, bro. Oh, man. Haven't talked about it like that in a while either. But, yeah.
Hey, I don't know if Nick Irvin had ever seen this video. Hey, we fucking with you, bro. You a real nigga. It's nothing funny about this. This man is shell shocked. Black men, this is why therapy is important. Because no, you may not have gone through what he's gone through, but you've gone through something, bro. And I implore all y'all to go see the lady, man. God bless this dude, man. God bless Nick Irvin. Hopefully one day I get the privilege of sitting down with him and hearing his story, doing an interview with him. Let me know if y'all want to see more of this type of content. We're going to try to switch it up a little bit more here at TNN Trap News Network. Free Avenue Angel till he's free, man. If you need to go talk to somebody, black man, go talk to somebody, bro. There's nothing wrong with talking to the lady. I use a BetterHelp app. They got individual sessions and they got group sessions. I fuck with them all. Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We gone.